Welcome to Random Thoughts. Ray Sean Blyden here. Leave a like, share, and subscribe. You have a civil war a brewing. Not the one between the left and the right, but a civil war between the LGBTQ, LMNOP, RST, VWXYZ. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you run away from me? So, you have a civil war. Why? Well, because of the Gaza war. The Gaza war ignites a civil war within the LGBTQ community. Well, they only say LGBT here, but I think you're incorrect because there's so many letters and pluses and anyway, you get the drift. Let's get into it. Pride Month. Speaking of that, I was listening to what is Pat PD. I can't remember the whole acronym. His podcast PD something. Someone will remind me of it. And he said, I have to look this up. He said that there's over 100 holidays the LGBTQ gets to celebrate. That's insanity. That's insanity. So I'll have to look that up and probably do a podcast on just to see what these things are because wow is all I have to say. I don't know. I'm looking at my watch. I don't know if I would have enough time in the day. 100 plus. So we'll have to see what these things are. Are they trying to really indoctrinate and get people to be down with the L? Pride Month is almost over, but it seemed like barely anything happened. There were no parades, but it wasn't as in your face as in other years. Maybe it's because different things are going on. Let me guess. Let me see. Well, people are struggling with the capital E economy. No one wants to have a parade. Even the LGBTQ, they're having struggles too. Even them, if you are in that community and you are struggling and you still are going to vote for Biden, then you ain't black. No, I had to throw that in there. But no, seriously, that's insane that this economy we're living in. It's insane. That's why people aren't having parades. Just in my own opinion, who wants to have a parade when you're struggling with life? But nonetheless, there were parades, but it wasn't as in your face as in other years. Maybe it's because different things are going on. Maybe it's because it's an election year. Or perhaps it's because the war in Gaza has fractured the LGBT community in ways that are baffling. Will never step in to stop liberals from cannibalizing each other. I wouldn't step in either. And this is no exception. It's a bit entertaining. Some are openly pro Hamas, while others rightfully point out how nonsensical that position is in. It's nonsensical that position is in this situation. The New York Times wrote about this civil war within the gay community and how it sets Fire Island ablaze. On a quote here, the dispute on Fire Island, just off Long Island, was just one expression of the tensions over the Gaza war that have racked American public life. But within New York's LGBTQ community, whose members hail from every ethnic and social background and tend to be highly attuned to issues of social justice, the war has touched off some especially raw conflicts. The fight over how the community should respond to the war in Gaza has played out in fiery online comments. Why am I rolling my head like black ladies when they get mad and they roll their head? I'm not sure why I'm doing that. And false accusations of pro-Hamas activity on Fire Island. The flag, for example, conflict has pitted Mr. Torres and local homeowners, including Mr. Lucas, against the very activists honored at the park. Everywhere in New York, similar if lower profile disputes have shaken gay bars, LGBTQ fundraising, dinners, and pride festivities. What festivities? I said festivities. Folks, I'm tired. I am tired. You have no idea. I meant festivities. I think queer people are, this is someone's quote. I think queer people are mostly on one side of the debate, said Afif, I can't even pronounce it, Afif Nesoli, I guess, a journalist and activist who has been highlighting the stories of the LGBTQ people in Gaza on his popular social media channel since the war began. It feels like queer people are coming out for Palestine in a really large way. Indeed, members of the LGBTQ community overwhelmingly self identify as politically liberal or moderate, according to the polls. A majority of Democrats have disapproved of Israel's actions since at least last November, 1 month after the war began, according to Gallup survey. So, I'm not going to read through all. Let's see, what's this? Taboo and largely being closed doors are descriptors that are awfully anti progressive. Yet, this is where intersectionality and other left wing iniquity, inanity reign. We saw, I am so tired. My eyes are burning. You've ever been this tired? It says, yet, where am I? Lesbian was booted from Chicago Dyke March in 2017. She had a rainbow Star of David flag. Also, have liberal Americans forgotten when a local council in Michigan became all Muslim? They banned pride flags. Let them eat their own. I'll be watching Game 7 on the Stanley Cup final. So, I mean, let them infight. I am kind of inclined to let them infight and tear each other down because ultimately they're nonsensical. You're supporting Hamas essentially that would kill you basically. That's what they would do. Speaking of which, anyone use ChatGPT or Claude? Do you have a preference? Well, I've been using ChatGPT for the longest, but the new Claude, I can't think of the name, 3.5 or whatever it is, has been coming across my timeline, and everyone is saying it's so amazing. And so, if you go to my Bandcamp, I've been writing like a lot of political songs and getting some help from the ChatGPT. So I decided to try Claude, and I told Claude to write me a sad song about human trafficking because I wanted to bring awareness to it. And it flat out refused. I don't remember the exact wording, but it said that it's a serious situation and it could be, I don't know the words. Anyway, they wouldn't write the lyrics to it, so I went to Chat GPT and wrote and I was able to write it there because the song is. They said it could be exploitative. Is what Claude said. And I'm like, you idiots! I'm not writing it to be to exploit this situation. I'm trying to bring awareness to the situation. So anyway, the song came out pretty good. I did that on with the help of Chat GPT, and I promptly closed out the Claude. I was like, Claude, you man, I ain't gonna mess with you. So anyway, I don't know how I got off of the Claude and Chat GPT tangent. Which one do you like better? Which one do you like? I use it more for lyrics or storytelling, and some stories, unfortunately, are going to be sad, but they need to be told. And if you're going to not let me tell a story because it's a serious topic. Well, what do you write stories on? Not serious topic, Claude. You. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm tired. I'm irritable. I'm not. Speaking of which, my poor one of my sugar gliders, I had left the gate open because they're nocturnal, and so they could play all night. And this morning I closed the gate, not expecting that they both went back into their homes in the pouches. And so when I got home, I knew something was up because my dog Maggie, she is Chip don't pay much attention to them. He's lived with them for 5 years, almost 6 years. But Maggie, she pays much attention to them, and she kept. I could tell she makes this moaning sound, and she is in the direction of their large cage. I keep saying, get away from there, but turns out that one of the sugar gliders, the white one, she was out, which is not good. It's a good thing I have blackout curtains, or she would have been toast, because they can't do sunlight. It could damage their eyes. So anyway, I finally got her back in her cage. But yeah, that's all I got here for you, folks. Which one do you prefer, Claude or Chat GPT? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know, what do you think the LGBTQ, LMNOPQRS are on different sides of the fence when it comes to the Gaza situation, Gaza war. So anyway, leave a like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Random thoughts, politics,